Yo, 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 Nothing's Normal Podcast. It's your host, Spinanks, back at you with another episode. And this episode is going to be a special episode. I know I've been saying that all week. I feel like that's like the fourth time I said that this week. We started the New Year's all strong. You know, we finished strong to the basket this week. It's our fourth episode this week, so shout out to us, man. You know, we got to shout ourselves out because, you know, y'all ain't going to do it. So, you know, we'll do it. We got us. Shout out to Green Leaf Studios. This episode is brought to you by Green Leaf. If you're looking to shoot a movie, shoot a podcast, shoot some content, you can shoot the breeze for the right price with us. Come over to Green Leaf Studio. Shout out to GBA, of course, always. Polymath Network. Shout out to Angelo Scarfone, the editor guy. Shout out to him. But enough about us. Let's get more into our guests. Who I got sitting to the left today, man?
Who you got?
Who I got?
Andrew Combo Salop, man. What's the vibes?
Andrew Combo Salop. All right, Italian background, no?
No, I'm Jewish. Salop.
Salop. Oh, I thought you said Salop. Okay, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Andrew
for sure.
Salop. So, what would you prefer me call Drew?
You call me Combo.
Combo.
That's easy for you.
Okay, let's talk about Combo.
Spanking Combo. It's a good.
Spanks.
Spanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
Spanks. Yeah, it's Spanks. Yeah,
Oh, you gotta add the
yeah.
S.
S.
All
You
right.
gotta add the S.
Okay.
It's like it's not plural. It's just one of me. But
Okay.
actually, it's two of me. I got my name from another older guy in the community, R.I.P. Davon. But Combo, man. Where we get the Combo from, man? Let's talk about it.
Man, it's a crazy. It's not even that.
You got a lot of combos. Combos is usually a good.
I think most people will say the handle, right? Like combo dribbles. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who we talking about? Handling what? Handlebars?
Basketball,
Bike, BMX?
man. Basketball. Yeah. I think you knew that. Yeah.
I definitely knew that. I think I definitely knew that.
But a lot of people think it's McDonald's. No, they think it's Street
Yeah.
Fighter. No, but it's a basketball thing. I was also a combo guard, so however you want to put it, it's up to the person who's calling me that. You know? Use your imagination. You know what I mean?
I like him. I like him already. Let's get right into it. Okay, so we kind of jumped the gun over here, Combo. So over here at Nothing's Normal, we got this small policy where, we don't like to start our stories on page 50. We like to start in the beginning of the story to get the viewers just an idea of the who, the what, the when, the how that ended up leading into your why and, what you do now. We like to get into the backstory just a little bit. So with that being said, Combo, where you from, man?
Riverdale in the Bronx.
Ooh, Riverdale in the Bronx. What college is over there? Mount St. Mary?
Mount St. Vincent is over there. Manhattan University is there. It used to be called Manhattan College. Now it's Manhattan University. So we got a few colleges in our vicinity.
Whew, look at them. Okay, yeah. So you're from the Bronx. Wow, okay. So
no matter what I say, I'm wrong. Because if I say I'm from the Bronx, they'll be like, you're not from the Bronx, you're from Riverdale. And if I say I'm from Riverdale, they'll be like, oh, you think you're too good for the Bronx. So no matter what I say, it's wrong, even though I believe it's right. You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely. And oh wow, okay. He came with his sword sharpened, man. He might be Luka. You got some Luka swag in him too, man. I'm a Dallas Mavs fanatic, by the way. Dirk Nowitzki. I was always
Luka's been injured a little bit though.
Yeah, so I haven't really been keeping up with it now. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But Dirk Nowitzki was always my favorite basketball player. I was probably the only black.
He really dragged that team to a championship.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm talking about early 2000s Dirk when he had the short head and I think he almost went mullet on him. He almost went Kid Rock.
That's when Jason Kidd got his title too. Shouts to Jason Kidd. Yeah, one of the most underrated basketball players ever.
100%.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. Let's rewind just a little bit. Over there on Riverdale in the Bronx, I'm going to say it. He's from the Bronx, y'all. How was the household looking like for Combo, man?
It was good. I grew up in an upper middle class community in the Bronx. Had both my parents. I have no complaints at all. It was good. I
love that. I really love that because we're in a society now where people just want to be relatable to the point where they're almost downplayed.
I think you just got to be honest with yourself.
Absolutely. That structure. That's the norm.
I was very lucky. Put it
Absolutely.
that way. Yeah, definitely.
Any siblings?
Yeah, I have a sister, and then I have 3 half siblings. 2 sisters and a brother on my dad's side.
Okay.
Rest in peace to my dad. He's no longer here, but
my
mom's still
neither.
here.
My dad.
Yeah. Rest in peace, man. Definitely.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
How old was he, if you don't mind? How were you? I'm sorry, when he passed, were you an adult?
Yeah, I was an adult.
Okay, so you grew up, you had your father.
So he had a long life, 88 years.
Absolutely.
I was lucky with that too. So.
What are some of the things that separate a Jewish household from a typical household?
I don't know. I wasn't really religious, so we just did the big holidays like Hanukkah. We celebrated Hanukkah instead of Christmas. So for me, it wasn't really that much different than any other household because we identify as Jewish, but we weren't religious.
Absolutely. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed about, we're not, gonna stick on that topic too long about the Jews. Very, very close knit.
I would say so.
Very
I would say
close knit.
so.
You guys are one of some of the other people that are really about your people, and I feel like that's important.
Yes.
To be like that. It's
Definitely.
about upliftment and within your own community, regardless of you might have internal conflict. That's normal. But
Right.
at the end of the day, yeah, you guys are definitely known for.
You had my guy Smart on your show, right?
Yeah, I had Smart up there.
So that's my guy. Like,
Okay,
I love
yeah,
Smart. He
he's
kind
a
of talks
lunatic.
about that.
That's my boy.
Yeah, he talks about what you're talking about right there all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
our
definitely.
dynamic sometimes, well, not all, but you know what they say about on this side of the culture. It's not we don't see that as often as you guys see, and I feel like every culture needs to be. Yeah. With that being said, what are some things what are some things you did growing up, man, out there in Riverdale and the Bronx, man? What was that like?
I mean, I played all the sports like Little League Baseball and
Yeah.
soccer, and I even did some karate. But then after a while, I kind of moved that to the side and just focused on basketball. And it was basketball like in the summers, 10 hours a day, and then during the school years, it was like 6 hours a day. Like that's all I ever did was hoop.
Was you always tall? Where'd you get this height
Nah,
from?
I grew like in 16, 17, I had crazy growth spurts. So I was short. So I was always a guard growing up.
Yeah.
And then like 16, 17 years old, I got lucky and grew
Yeah,
like
one of them
5
Anthony
inches.
Davis type situations.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to 6'10 or 6'11,
Yeah.
but I got to 6'5, so I'm lucky. Yeah.
Did you bring your handle with you up there?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
Exactly. So I became
okay.
a big guard, which helped me a lot,
You shoot?
Yeah, I can shoot, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Most of the guys can. You don't really. There's not too many white guys who can't shoot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
See, even the centers. I went to Woodlands coming up, so we used to play schools like Briarcliff and Byram Hills, and the whole team could shoot 1 through 5.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah,
That's
that's
how
how
What's
it
that
goes.
about? Do you guys just practice that? Or is it just it's just in you guys? Like how they say black guys they dunk. We got all the athleticism. You guys born with a jump shot.
I don't know. Is it nature? Is it nurture? Who knows, man?
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah. Okay. As a child, could you remember what was some of the first things you wanted to be, or the first thing you wanted to be growing up?
The first thing, man, I can't remember that much besides wanting to be a basketball player.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember that much before that.
Yeah.
That's
good.
I was just having fun, and then when I wanted to be a basketball player, I wanted to be a basketball player, and that was it.
How was school like coming up for you?
School was like
what's combo like in school? What school?
I wasn't really a school person because I couldn't sit in one spot for too long. So
ADHD?
Maybe, yeah, I would say
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So school, like I was a smart kid, but just sitting in the social aspect I love. Like I had a lot of friends and stuff like that. Just sitting down and learning. It's funny because I read a lot now and I could sit down and read, but back then it was tough for me.
Absolutely. Well, you're
Yeah.
also a child,
Yeah,
So coming up, you're still exploring. I feel like you learned a lot of things outside the house that eventually shape you to who you are.
Right, right,
So
definitely.
it's a whole new world when you get outside. It's hard to stay focused.
Right, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So after school, did you pursue college at all?
I did. I actually went to Westchester right here.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
playing.
I played JUCO ball there.
Yeah, absolutely. Under who? Who'd you play
Coach
under?
Nick, man, when
Okay.
Winston Nicholas. Do you remember him?
Of course, heard of him. Of course,
Yeah.
absolutely. Guy from my community, AJ, he won a championship. Shooter.
It's my guy. He's a great guy. Yeah, I know AJ. Yeah.
You know, okay.
He was a little bit before me, but yeah.
Okay, so
He's
y'all-
a great person.
He's a great, he can
Great
shoot.
shooter, yeah.
Great shooter. That was his
I
thing.
know AJ. What's he up to, man?
I don't want to put too,
Yeah,
he's-
exactly. We're on the show.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's my
after,
boy.
after,
AJ,
after.
shout out to my dog. Yeah, yep, that's my
I'll
dog.
talk after.
Yeah. He's doing fine. I don't want to say it like it's bad, but yeah, he works here. Nah.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
see
to
what you're saying.
my boy Alfred, man. Okay, so let's talk about your experience. Well, before we even go there, what high school did you play? You play high school ball?
Yeah, I played at
obviously?
a lot of schools.
Oh, okay.
So, but I graduated from Clinton in the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to different prep schools.
Okay. So did you go through the reclassification stage and things of that like?
I did that 1 year. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how is that? Because obviously coming up, everybody's goal is it's either D1 or nothing. Like
Yeah, I mean, I thought that way as well, but the grades weren't quite there, so I went to D1 JUCO
Absolutely.
instead. And, yeah, so I just took a different route. And then right from there, I went overseas. Ooh. So I didn't even really, I might have signed a scholarship somewhere, but I didn't really go. And then I went overseas, yeah.
What was the biggest thing, what was the biggest transition over from college ball to high school ball? What was some changes?
Oh, I mean, the players are faster and stronger,
Yeah, really.
I think that was the biggest difference, but I just remember I realized I just had to step things up.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah. It wasn't, I mean, basketball's always basketball at the end of the day, right? you're not playing against the person in front of you. You're playing against a game of basketball. So, yeah, man, it's all up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, wow. So let's talk about your overseas experience before we fast forward into your now. You got a lot going on now that I want to talk about. But let's talk about your overseas experience. Where'd you play?
Israel and Denmark.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Israel and it's like night and day, two totally different.
Oh, totally different. Yeah, I mean, Israel's warm, Denmark's really cold. But I really like both experiences. My favorite place was Denmark, though.
Really?
Yeah, I love Denmark. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's like utopia. There's hardly any crime.
I heard. There's no
the people are
guns.
really nice. Yeah, no, like you'll see like a 7-year-old pushing like a 4-year-old in a stroller.
Really?
And they'll just, like there's no crime. So I was in a town of 7,000 people.
Okay.
And there was one police officer in the whole town, and they only came for 4 hours a day. So they came from another town.
How did you feel at first? When that could be a little. A lot of people say a lot of shit about the cops, but if you were in a bad situation and a cop drive by, that's a sigh of relief. So one cop.
Yeah, there was no crime.
Not saying I'm counting on them, but listen, let's just be real. It happens, right? And you have that comfortability. There's a police station right around the corner of where I live. Yeah. So 9 times out of 10 if something happened, they come in. So wow, okay. Did you have to adjust to that mindset?
No, because there was no crime. That was the point. Like it was like utopia.
Well, obviously you had to figure that out at some point.
You get a vibe right away what's going on.
Okay,
good. You know, like you're nowhere near danger.
Yeah. That overseas process, I know a lot of overseas basketball players, and it was a tough ride for a lot of them.
100%.
Did you go through that? The withdrawal from home?
I mean, you're isolated in a lot of ways. Think about it, if you're the only American, those players usually have their family there. You have no family there, So it's very isolating.
Yeah.
Especially like, you're practicing 2 hours a day maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have 2 days before the season, and there's only one game a day for most European countries.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of downtime. And a lot of people do a lot of great things with their downtime. Maybe they'll do some extra school, they'll learn the language. But maybe you'll be on YouTube all day or watching movies or, obviously you'll be working out. But it is very isolating being in a foreign country all by yourself.
How did you adjust to that? Were you fine? Because some people, like I said, I know people over there who were fine. I know people over there who was like, man, I got to get out.
I think some years were better than others.
How long were you over there?
10 years.
Oh, so you did your thing. Okay, so you wasn't, I'm over there and then, okay.
Yeah, no, I was there.
You was a household,
Yeah, I was there.
Combo was out there.
The combo was out there, man. Combo, I mean, I came back for the summers, but it was, I believe, 9 out of 10 years I was overseas. And yeah, man, there was a lot of tough times, but there was a lot of great times. And I learned more off the court than I did on the court, but I also learned a lot on the court.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What are some things that you did learn on the court? Because I just feel like sports, if you really dive into the psychology of sports, you can really, a lot of things you learn playing sports, you can really translate to everyday life as far as mindset, discipline, and just different things. So what's something that you learned from the game of basketball that you can take anywhere else in life?
Overseas or in general?
In general.
I think collaborating with people and working with a team is really important. And then the discipline of trying to be the best player or becoming the best player possible, how you bring that to the next phase of your life. And I'm sure you see that you box and now you podcast, and you see you need discipline to be a great podcaster, just like you need discipline to be a great boxer.
Right. So let's get right into the podcast. After you play overseas, after you had your 10-year run, what was your next, what was you thinking? What was you going to get into?
I wanted to do play-by-play, color commentary, if you will. And then I realized the best way to start in broadcasting is start a podcast, right?
Okay.
So it was mostly audio at that point. There wasn't like a lot of this or cameras.
When we talking?
2017.
Okay.
There was cameras, but when you thought of podcasts, you thought of digital radio 2.0. Now when people think of podcasts, they think of YouTube and video.
Absolutely.
So it was different back then, but it was a great experience, and it led me to a lot of different places and, a lot of different collaborations along the way.
Well, let's talk about it. Your podcast now, was it the same podcast that you started?
Yeah, so
the name is
the podcast is still the same. It's just that I do a lot of other shows on top of it now.
Okay.
So it's still Combo's Court Podcast is, there's still an audio feed with that, but I just do different shows on top of that.
So Combo's Court, let's enlighten us on, what Combo's Court Podcast is about.
Well, it's mostly basketball, but I've talked about, mindset, music, everything you could think of. Like I had New York Times bestselling authors, former NBA All-Stars, platinum recording artists. So we talk about all kinds of things, but I would say it's mostly basketball based. But I love talking about mindset too, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, what about the mind? I'm into the mind. I love having conversations about the mind.
Man, the mind is it's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on the day, but I would say like, you know, just the basic stuff like discipline and how to become a better person, self-development, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you ever spoke anywhere? Like, you know, not I could say live podcast, but just, you know, went to schools and enlightened them on different things like that? Is that something?
Yeah, I've spoken at public schools, you know, in the city. And then in terms of broadcasting, like I've recorded live shows in Vegas at Summer League. I've been talking sports.
NBA Summer League we talking?
Yeah, I've been talking sports on Power 105.1 on Thursdays. And then I collaborate with a lot of big YouTube channels like B-Ball Breakdown, Knicks Fan TV. And,
let's run through some combo core podcast accolades, man. Let's roll it out. What you got? Where has your podcast taken? What have you done? What's some of your features?
Oh, in terms of people on the show?
Or just in terms of period, like, you know, people on the show, experiences that you find, you know,
yeah,
lucrative.
I think those are the experiences, like just collaborating and going on different platforms. Quentin Richardson, Larry Johnson, Kenny Anderson, Jay Billis. Yeah. Your boys, Rashad and Troy.
Definitely, my guys. You was at InvestFest too.
Mandy B. All kinds of, I've had so many guests. Yeah. Some of my favorite battle rappers have been on the show, like Daylight and Howl the Don.
Oh, you watch you a big battle rap guy?
Yeah, I'm a big battle rap guy. Actually, not as much lately.
You look like Sharon just a little bit.
He's that. I'm not that dirty.
No, not dirty.
Sharon's a nerd, bro.
But Sharon is nasty, though.
He's nice.
I like Sharon. Nice. Okay, wow. Daylight, what you say the other one was?
Hollow's been on my show.
Yeah, I love Hollow. Wow.
Yeah.
Were you always in the battle rap when you started watching it? When you got
more
them on the
overseas,
show?
going back to I had so much free time. Now I don't have as much time to watch it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the podcast process, man. We still, like I said, we're fairly new. We might be on our 2-year anniversary actually today.
Right.
But a new podcaster, give us some tips, our audience some tips on starting a podcast. Because like I said, we didn't finish talking about, you know, you and who sponsors you and, you know, just run us through that whole process.
Shouts to Prize Picks, by the way.
Ooh.
Prize Picks sponsors us.
I shook your head 4 times already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shouts to Prize Picks.
That's serious.
Yeah. So, like, for podcasting, consistency is the biggest thing. And then I would say having conversations about the things you want to have them about with the people you want to have them with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like just people that you're interested in talking to, have them on the show, have a conversation. I think that's most important. Consistency is always key because if you stay consistent, you'll find ways to get better along the way.
Do you think your basketball experience is so many, even how we connected, we know, like I said, you know my high school basketball coach. Do you feel like that translated over into, you know, you're already known for something, people will just support it just because of who you are already. So that's already combo already.
Right. So I think, you know, the fan base that you already have through whatever you did before is where you start with, and then it grows from there, right? And you could even reach into your network for guests and stuff like that, but then it grows over time, and you evolve, and you become a totally different person while keeping that core fan base and then expanding.
Let's talk about the sponsorship process. Like, how do you go about looking for sponsorships?
So it's crazy. We talked about InvestFest. I met Mike from Prize Picks at InvestFest. We started talking, and then we kept talking that we struck a deal.
Shout out to InvestFest. Wow. So that made sense for you. So that wasn't planned. You just went and seized the opportunity. Wow.
Oh, no, you know, the guy from Prize Picks came up to me and we just started talking. He's like, what do you do? You know, Mike. Shouts to Mike from Prize Picks. And then we started talking, and then, you know, we made a deal.
Yeah, shout out to that. Talk about seizing the opportunity. Sometimes it's not this big fancy long story. I went to college for 8 years. Sometimes I was in a room, I had a conversation, and it happened.
Yeah, I think if you bring value, you know, over the course of time, it's like good things will happen. So,
because InvestFest, that's fairly recent. I mean, they just started doing it.
So this was not this past InvestFest. It was the InvestFest
2023. Wow. So like, you gotta be willing. That was your first sponsorship opportunity, or have you?
I think I did some other stuff before then, but that was the biggest one and the most long-standing one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. That's dope. Who are some people? What podcasts are you listening to nowadays? Like, who do you like?
Oh, that's a great question.
Who do you like?
I like NBA Daily with of The Athletic with my guy Dave Dufour, who I just had on the show. Check out Combos Court.
Absolutely.
I listen to you know, Joe Budden Pod. Yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah.
I listen to Earn Your Leisure.
Shout out to EY. It's the family.
The Mismatch, which is a basketball podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah, I listen to a lot of basketball podcasts.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff. Oh, Modern Wisdom. Yeah, I like those kind of shows.
Absolutely, yeah,
Daily
yeah.
CEO. Yeah, yeah.
Who are some NBA players that you look to, that you like, that you know? Who are some of your favorite NBA players coming up?
Oh, coming up, Pistol Pete, who was before my time.
Yeah.
And then Jordan, and then I would say like Jason Williams. I like from the Kings, and
Absolutely.
then
Ooh.
Steve Francis. Yeah, I
Jason
like those.
Williams.
But to be honest, I was always my own favorite basketball player.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the way I play.
Really?
Of course.
I
think you got to be your own biggest fan.
I think you do too, but you got to mean it though.
I meant it.
Yeah.
Ask anybody that knows me.
Yeah.
Ask my family.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
let's talk about summer basketball because I feel like
Oh.
guys like you, and I don't.
You mean like when you say summer basketball? What do you mean?
like playing? We back to your playing days. We
Like in the tournaments?
in the tournaments, like just basically how does Combo, like where did Combo make his name at?
Oh yeah, like I played in all those places, like Dykeman and Rucker and all those spots. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so you had some white sauce, the shish kebab with the white sauce, some halal over rice. So you was down there with it. Wow.
Yeah, I was.
How was that?
It was awesome, man. I played in like Gun
It's a
Hill and
hostile. I-
Hoops in the Sun and all those tournaments, bro. Yeah.
How is that when Combo get on the court, man? When you know it's almost like a target on you on the court.
I
Like,
would say so, yeah.
I want to dunk on him. I want to go over his chest. I want to take it.
I remember playing at Rucker one year. They tried to go ISO every play on me. You know what I mean?
I know. Is that chip on your shoulder is offensive?
So it was funny. Like my full transparency, my defense wasn't great. The dude actually was scoring on me, but I was tight that they were targeting me like that.
Yeah.
So I started cooking them, and I was talking so much shit. Can we curse on this pod?
100%.
Okay, I was talking so much shit to the other coach, and we were losing bad, and he was scoring on me, but I didn't care.
Yeah.
I just kept talking shit, Rucker Park. Just kept talking shit. I busted their ass, but we lost bad, and he was cooking me on this end, but I don't care. I just kept talking.
You got your respect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He actually saw me later on, and he's like, yeah, I remember that day, man. I have a lot of respect for you, the other coach, even though I was talking so much shit to him. But, yeah.
Do you get nervous when you play? Are you like,
I think I wouldn't
how
say.
do you deal with that? Even podcasters sometimes, when you first start, anything new, it's not always easy.
Yeah, I think at times I would have a few butterflies, but I think that goes away right when you see that ball up in the air, And I think it's the same with podcasting. And podcasting, I don't get even butterflies anymore. I've been doing it so long.
Oh, but in the beginning, that you did go through that.
I got the butterflies not because of talking to the guests, because of the technology. Like, is the Wi-Fi gonna go out? Like the Zoom call, Like I used to be like, damn, I hope everything goes okay. Will the guests show up? But the conversation was always, I think I got better at it over time, but it was always pretty easy for me.
Absolutely. Wow.
Do you deal with that at all? Like,
I went through that too.
Yeah, like is the guest gonna come?
Well, not necessarily is the guest gonna come, but I'm an energy person, so that's why I say I watch something, I get things in my brain, I get an idea. I don't really like to write too much because it's like then it starts becoming scripted, and the next thing I'm worried about this and that. It's just too much.
You need a balance of structure and creativity.
100%.
For a great show.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be too structured where it's rigid, but then you don't want a conversation that goes off into nowhere.
Absolutely.
I think you need a nice combination. Combo, if you will.
Absolutely. Do you use, what's your process? Combo. I didn't even catch that.
Come on, man.
Okay. Yeah. That's that battle rapper.
Yeah, I think
double entendres.
In my former life, maybe I was a battle rapper. You never
I think
know.
so. And then you listen to Daylight. That's not that guy.
Who's your top 5 battle rappers?
I'm a huge T-Rex fan.
Oh, he's not top 5 for me.
I'm a huge T-Rex fan.
I mean, I don't think he's good, but
I'm gonna say T-Rex.
How do you say T-Rex before Mook?
I like T-Rex more than I like Mook.
Okay.
So I like Mook. And Mook actually, man, him versus Iron Solomon. How did you feel about that? You remember his?
Oh yeah, that third round was bad for Iron Solomon.
I think in the school he said somewhere in the curriculum he broke down a lot of different things. That was rough. So Mook.
Yeah. I'll tell you who I think is the greatest battle rapper ever.
Who?
Charlie Clips.
Charlie Clips is nice. I like Charlie Clips.
He just doesn't try at times. That's the problem.
Yeah, like you just made a valid point. Structure versus creativity. He's so good at freestyling. Sometimes
he controls the room whenever he wants.
100%.
Yeah, he's great at that. Like you're listening. You're like, oh, what's he about to say?
He has an aura about him. He has a character.
Yeah.
I like Sue Surf.
Surf is nice, definitely.
I like Surf.
Free Surf.
Free surf.
Free surf.
Okay, you in tune. He's in tune.
okay.
He's not just watching basketball, y'all. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a combo for a reason. Like,
surf,
it's
man.
basketball. What's the other? What else is going on with you, man?
But
What's
you know,
on this side?
But I don't watch as much as I used to. I wish I did. There's been some all right ones lately, but I was really into it like around the 2012s. That was a golden era. It's a golden era.
So you was really into your surfers, ill.
Yeah.
This is that K-Shine.
But give me your top 5 quickly. So
Okay.
it'd be good
T-
for like a short form
all
clip.
right, Rex, surf. Geechee Gotti.
Wow.
I like, damn. Who else do I like? I'm gonna have to go Mook and Lux.
Lux, yeah, I definitely would have Lux, and then I'll have the 2 that have been on my pod, Hollow and Daylight,
Yeah.
and then I'll go Clips, and then I will go. I'll go Mook. Yeah, I'll go Mook. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. And they do a lot of sports bars too. Do you get a lot of your sports topics from battle rap?
I think they get a lot of their topics from me.
Okay,
Yeah.
this guy's
Maybe
super
they're-
confident.
Maybe they're listening to Combos Court. You never know.
Yo, maybe they was. Who are some guests you looking to interviewing in the future? Like, who are some of your dream guests?
I don't want to take all the cats out the bag, but I think the guests have.
He's sharp. You got me.
Yeah.
Let me find out. It's Mickey Ward we got. Rest in peace, man.
It's crazy because Joe actually said this recently. If you're around chasing guests, you don't even have a show. So I don't really like chasing anybody, but I think my guests got better over the course of time, and I think it'll continue to do so.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. That's where we're going with that. Okay. All right. I got some ideas who I think.
I also like bringing returning guests on. Like if I really like the conversation, I'll bring them back. So it's been like, it almost got like it was a lot of people over the course of time, and then I started like filtering it out to like who I really wanted to talk to,
And so like enlighten them. Like I said, I know I caught a couple episodes. What exactly do you guys discuss? What's the range of topics?
Yeah, I think during the season it's mostly NBA topics, right? Like
what's popping right now? What's going on?
I mean, SGA is looking like he's going to win MVP, even though Jokic is the best player in the world. But SGA's team is way better.
So SGA, who's that? I'm sorry.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the guy who shoots like a lot of mid-range shots. He plays for OKC. Okay. See, that's the problem with the NBA.
Yeah.
Because
the NBA is not really popular. I've seen some stats where
but it's crazy. See, like, if you're not tapped in, right, you're a good person to learn from because you should know who SGA is, and it's not your fault. It's the people marketing it's fault. That you don't know.
He might need Combo on his team.
He might need me. Yeah, like you should know about SGA, but that's not your fault.
Yeah,
like they're not marketing some of the best young players the way they used to, I think, and they need to get guys like SGA out there more, man, for the future of the NBA. Because everybody's still relying on Steph and Durant and LeBron. It's like those guys are older, man.
They're getting older, especially LeBron. I remember when LeBron was at St. Mary's coming out. I was in 7th grade.
This guy is so old. His son is in the NBA.
That's crazy. That's insane. That's
like if you think about it.
Shout out to Bronny. That's insane, though. His kid. I don't
Do you
even
think
know
that's a bigger accomplishment than any MVP?
100%.
Yeah,
Especially me. Are you dad?
Yes.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. I have a son.
Okay,
Horatio. Shouts to Horatio.
Yeah, shout out to LJ. I got a son too.
LJ.
And a daughter. Yeah, he's Leon Jr.
Oh, nice.
He's right. Yeah. He said if we have a boy, because Leon is like an old school. There's not going to be probably another Leon after him. He'll probably have the next Leon. That's such an old name.
I don't know why it brings me to Charlie Clip's father.
That's his name.
Yeah. We're not gonna get into that though.
Shout out to Clips.
Yeah, we're not gonna get to that.
Yeah, that got kind of bad.
We're not doing that.
You in tune? Damn. Damn. What kind of music you fucking with, man? What's the Combos playlist?
Well, I like Future, Lil Baby.
Come on. This guy.
I think the greatest rapper ever is Jadakiss.
That's hard.
And we're in the 914 right now, so it all makes sense.
So
right?
is that a political? You know how y'all get?
Nah, I think nobody raps better than Jadakiss.
I believe.
I think there's people who've made better albums and that have more hits, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I don't think anybody actually raps better than him, in my opinion.
And how long have you been a fan of him? For a while?
Yeah, since a kid, man.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, since
that's
a kid.
Right down the street, kind of from you.
Yeah, exactly. Like I used to play ball in Yonkers. He used to come in there sometimes. And
so you was going down the street?
I used to be in Yonkers on Riverdale Avenue a lot.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you the only white boy in there? Or any other white
there wasn't many.
Not too many.
Not too many. Not too many.
Yeah.
Not too many.
Damn. Okay. So Jadakiss, who else? Future, Jadakiss, who the fuck? What else? You don't gotta just be rap. You could go, Justin Timberlake, Backstreet
Weeknd.
Boys.
I like the Weeknd. If we're talking like he's not a rapper. right?
Yeah, I like Weeknd. Weeknd's fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't like none of the TRL guys? You naming all 106, but you don't like none of the guys that was on TRL? You know, Limp Bizkit.
Nah, that wasn't my thing. Linkin Park had a little moment.
Linkin Park is a moment? What?
Yeah.
Linkin Park had a...
I mostly listen to hip hop, me personally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we might have switched because I listen to everything. I listen to...
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Okay, dope.
I'm not mad at that at all. I wish sometimes I even wear like the rock and roll shirts, like AC/DC, but I wasn't really listening to it like that.
Okay. Shit, I was kind of.
I like the merch though. I like the rock and roll merch. Like
Okay,
AC/DC.
the way they see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So have you ever been to like a mosh pit type of concert, type of vibe, or like a rock
Nah,
concert?
I never. If I have been, I wasn't. I think I've like vaguely remember like looking at the mosh pit, but I never was in a mosh pit.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, the mosh pit was not really my thing.
Yeah, it looks dangerous.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm cool too.
But you'd be all right in there because you'd be bobbing and weaving and knocking people
not
out.
with the bats, with the chains around and all that Undertaker type shit. Nah,
Yeah.
hell nah. Y'all can have that. I'll Google it.
Right, right.
I'll have a better chance at the cookout, man. I'm going to the cookout. I can have a mosh pit. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. We edit everything too, like little dry spots and shit like that. Because you pretty much answered a lot of things that I wanted to cover. But I do want to talk to you about like shows back in the day, because I think sports shows played a huge part in the marketing of some of our superstars in sports in all of these leagues, NFL, NBA. We could keep it on NBA, but I look forward to watching Sports Center in the early 2000s.
Me too. Stuart Scott.
Barkley up there. What's his name? It was all TNT. The show came on TNT. It was like Charles Barkley.
Well, they still have it.
Was it Kenny Anderson?
Kenny Smith.
Kenny
and
Smith.
Shaq, you know it's still around.
No. With streaming, I don't really watch TV much.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm like really a streamer. I'm a YouTube guy, but like back in the day,
social media. You like social media?
I like it, but I don't like it because, like, for the sports reasons, like, I could sit and watch SportsCenter all day. They would recycle. I'm talking about back when players like Ricky Davis, when guys were getting banged on every week.
Yeah, SportsCenter's not the same.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we can see highlights on our phone whenever we want. So you were like looking forward to SportsCenter for the highlights. Now we can see the highlights, so it's not as big a deal. We can get the scores right to our phone. Now it's more the takesmen, like the guys with the crazy opinions. That's what people want to see, and that's probably phasing out eventually too. Yeah. Everything has its waves, you know.
What's your opinion on? What category would you consider yourself as far as the sports, being a sports documenter? Would you consider yourself in that bracket of what you just said?
I think I used to pride myself on giving people information and being smart and being right, but I think being entertaining is even more important. I'm starting to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm an entertainer at heart, and I'm going to say how I feel and stay true to myself, but I'm also going to make it entertaining, right? I'm going to talk about the things that I think people are interested in.
Right.
Like I used to always talk about things like second round draft picks that I used to see that I think could be great. Like, yeah, that's cool, but some people don't want to hear from that. And that's kind of like, that's niche.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm kind of hitting a broader audience now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about who's better, LeBron versus Michael Jordan. Some people might call that corny, but I'm like, no, people want to hear about that. Like,
what's your opinion on that?
I think LeBron James is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan...
I'm going to have to escort you out of here, probably.
But Michael Jordan was better than the next best player by far. Like, he was like... there was a bigger gap between him and the next best player, if that makes sense.
It makes sense, but it's... Damn, wow.
But I think because the evolution of the game, like... It's just, you know...
and listen...
Like, there was nobody as close to Jordan like there was to... Like, we see Katie and Steph were kind of closer to... LeBron than anybody was close to Jordan.
Yeah.
Right? Who was the second best guy? Absolutely. He wasn't even close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like the game has definitely evolved. Like now, these kids are doing things that at 12 that guys in college.
There was nobody like Wemby back in the day. Yeah. There was nobody like KD.
Nobody like
KD. When Jordan was playing, there was nobody like KD.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
Literally.
He was a unicorn. I mean, they say George Gervin, but he didn't shoot as well as KD, and he wasn't even as tall, you know? So...
What will be your fantasy basketball game from back in the day, from 90s into, I would say, the millennium? Like, who will be on each five?
Oh, like
a fantasy basketball. Who would you want to see?
Who's my all-time five?
Well, if there was a basketball game, if you had to call a game, you know.
10 players?
10 players.
It's a lot of players, Spanks.
Hey.
Let me think. So maybe I would do like, you know, LeBron, Steph, KD. Maybe some of the like, you know, Who else?
You can do it by position. Who will be a point guard from the yeah?
Oh,
That'll
I
make
see
you
what you're saying.
simplify it
Like,
for you.
do you count Steph as a point guard? That's a good conversation.
He can if he wants.
So I guess like Steph versus Magic, and then Jordan versus. I mean, there's no Jordan versus Kobe, right? And then you could go Bird versus LeBron, and then you could go Charles Barkley versus Garnett, maybe.
Yeah.
Or Dirk or Tim Duncan, and then you could go Shaq versus Wilt.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
That's a dope.
Jokic, or maybe Jokic versus Shaq.
Jokic is a beast. Nobody talks about
Who's better, Jokic or Shaq?
Jokic.
I agree. Yeah.
Jokic.
Yeah,
he has more skills than Shaq. 100%.
Yeah.
It wasn't no bias over here. Yeah, Jokic. 100%. Shaq. I don't want Shaq shooting the ball. Jokic is pulling that shit. And Jokic's ratings on 2K. I don't think Shaq's ratings was ever. And shout out to Shaq. He's a legend. Shaq. Yeah. Shaq was. I seen him. He did a
one
boxing
of the most dominant
match.
players ever. He does everything.
Shaq.
They used to say he's not a hard worker, but he seems like the hardest worker to me. He's everywhere.
For him to even get out of bed, I feel like it's a hard job. He's huge. So now you got.
He's on every commercial. Like you'll go to some small town and he'll be on like something promoting that like little town in the middle of Jersey.
Yeah.
Like he's
the biggest
everywhere.
person in town, like literally.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Yeah,
like he'll do like the smallest advertisements. Like he'll do everything. Yeah.
So, like I said, with the basketball, like I said, it will be more. I will be the student, you will be the professor. Like I'm not really tapped in combat sports. I'm all for that.
What do you think versus Tyson versus Jake Paul?
I mean, listen,
entertainment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not like Jake. It was an opportunity for Tyson. Where else is he gonna make that kind of money? Even right now. So I think it was an opportunity. Yeah, are you into that at all? UFC, boxing, especially UFC.
A little bit. Yeah. Who's the best right now? John Jones.
Of course.
Yeah, he's
absolutely. John Jones, and right after that, I like the kid Alex Pereira.
Okay. Yeah. I think John Jones is probably one of the most talented people in any sport ever.
Athletes ever.
I would say like him, Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan.
100%.
Those guys are like different level talent.
Different level.
Kevin Griffey Jr., like that type of, that's like a different level talent when you think of it. Yeah. And some of them didn't even realize their full potential, like Bo Jackson. Yeah. But like when they were at their best, like they were different.
Yeah. You get those kind of athletes that are just, like you said, a whole different level.
John Jones is in that.
100%. Him, he comes from a family, like his brother was in the NFL. Like, it's just one, not to call him a litter, but one litter produced all of that. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
That, I don't think, you have to be born with that.
He's different, man. The way he moves is different. Yeah. He's one of the most like fluid movers in sports.
100%.
Yeah.
And he's not a small dude too. And like I said, you know what it's like to be over 200 pounds.
He makes it look. It's almost. Usain Bolt's another one. Like
Usain Bolt. Yeah. Well,
they're dominating.
Controversy with these guys. Some of these guys.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not paying attention to the politics part of it. I don't even know what's going on. But it's like you see him like this, like strolling through the finish line, and then you see John Jones. He's like laughing through high level. Combat,
high level torture.
Yeah, these are different, man.
Yeah,
they're different.
They're like be a little crazy.
They're like combo with podcasting, him with MMA. You know what I mean?
Really? So you're nice like that?
Yeah.
Okay. We gotta come. Where you got stationed at, man?
I'm everywhere.
Okay.
Like so, I record virtually sometimes. I record at Gotham Podcast Studio sometimes.
Yeah.
I have a show called He's With Us, who I do at WTF Studios.
He's with us. Okay.
Yeah. Like you know what that means?
No.
It's like if there's somebody on the other team and you want them to shoot, like it's good for us if he shoot. He's with us. Like let him shoot.
Yeah.
He's with us.
Oh, like he's automatically gonna miss.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, he's with us.
He's on our team. He's shooting for them.
Yeah. We gotta take that clip. We gotta take this clip. We gotta take this clip.
Okay, we got my editor, man. He's
Yeah, you guys send me. I gotta edit some stuff too.
Of course. I'll send you everything. Yeah, absolutely. We definitely need the combo touch on it, man. Like definitely. I said, when you talk about, we in this culture, black, we like chicken boxes. Give me the combo, the chicken platter with the sauce. I need the combo, so we definitely need the combo.
What's your diet like?
I'm really a low carb guy. I'm not the most healthy. It looks good, but I'm not one of them. I am a carnivore. I'm a carnivore.
So you only eat meat?
No, I do eat meat.
Not only though.
No.
There's a carnivore diet where you only eat meat.
Oh no. I would say keto. I'm more on the keto.
Okay. So low carb, like fruits and meats. Pause.
Yeah, protein. High protein. What about you?
I would say I'm something like that.
Yeah.
I try not to eat like ridiculous amounts of meat, right?
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Like
I
have like a combo shake, which is like kale and ginger and spinach and oats and almonds and whey protein, and that'll usually be like breakfast, and then I'll do eggs,
Yeah.
or maybe eggs before that, and then dinner will be like whatever I want, really.
You work out at all? You into fitness?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, I work out a lot.
So what's your workout style? Like a weightlifter, calisthenics?
So I mean, I do skill work for
cardio.
basketball.
Still.
I play basketball still. I run hills. I sprint hills once a week. I work a lot with kettlebells, but I also usually do like a traditional weightlifting program as well.
Yeah.
I do yoga, like I do all that stuff.
Oh, so this is weekly. This you ain't that's that kind of
I
workout.
work
I'm
out-
getting back into
Oh
it.
no! It's every day, man.
New Year's. It's everybody's
It's every
working out
day.
nowadays.
Yeah, it's every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Jump rope. I love jumping rope. So all that stuff.
I might have to get
I
you.
blend it. I flow. You know,
Yeah.
like whatever the day, I think, however it should be balanced, it's balanced. But I usually get all those things during the course of the week. And then I do like doing some form of a resistance training every day.
Absolutely.
Like even if it's
Wow.
on an off day, what I call off day, I'll still probably like walk and do some calisthenics,
Yeah.
Like that's light, But
So you can do pull-ups and shit like
oh yeah, I do pull-ups every day.
that. Okay.
I do pull-ups every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I post it on my stories. I don't know. Maybe the
I'm-
algorithm's not hidden.
It's not even about that. We tapped in. We getting ready to tap in. You might be a boxer too, man. It's a lot of.
Yeah.
I like him, man. We're gonna definitely have to have you back up here.
Definitely anytime.
Before we close it out, let's
That
talk.
went by so fast, man.
Yeah,
That was good. That was
it
fun.
did.
Yeah.
Talk to us about FanDuel a little bit, man. You have you on the
Prize picks?
Prize Picks? I'm sorry. Ooh. I don't
Edit
wanna-
point.
Yeah.
Nah, it's good. They're great people, and they have.
Well, no, not just that, but just even like sports betting in general. Like, what's
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
About sports. I mean, it changed the game, right?
Yeah.
So it's like athletes are getting like screamed at if somebody doesn't hit their parlay, right?
It's dangerous now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you participate?
I don't. I don't gamble much. Besides Prize Picks, I use Prize Picks.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
gamble,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start using Prize Picks. Do you got a little code or something like that?
Yeah,
Can I
Prize
get-
Picks, code, combo, and it's not gambling or betting. It's daily fantasy sports, but you can
Seriously?
still win money. So
Really?
it's not really called gambling or betting.
Okay.
It's daily fantasy sports.
They cleaned it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Smart.
yeah.
Yeah. Just make it sound a little,
So they give you like a projected amount of points, rebounds, or assists, or something to that effect, and you pick more than or less than on that projection.
So it's Prize Picks, the app. It's the app.
It's an app.
Okay.
Yeah, or I mean, you could do it online. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Prize Picks, man. Holla at us, man. With that being said, the floor is yours. Combo, whatever you want to leave. When I say the culture, it could be the sports culture. It can mean the American culture, whatever culture you want it to be. Final words coming from Combo.
Just be true to yourself, man. That's most important. Do what you want to do and do it daily and do it consistently and try and be the greatest at it.
That's what you do every day.
That's what I do every day. I just looking to be the greatest that ever lived. Like I believe I'm the greatest that ever lived, but then we have to scale it, right? So you're widely considered the greatest to ever live. That's a different story.
Talk about it.
Like John Jones, he's
Yeah.
widely considered to be the greatest that ever lived. So,
100%.
so but I think you have to believe in yourself that you're that already before other people realize it.
Your confidence will sound like insanity to somebody until you do it.
Yeah.
I'm not really somebody who's motivated by doubters, though. They don't. I really just never mind them.
I think
'Cause
I
feel
like
if-
that chip on the shoulder sometimes.
I do too, but I feel like if I give them the power to motivate me, if I don't hit my landmark, I feel like I give them the power to discourage me.
You don't give them the power to do anything unless you feel that way yourself, right? Like
Exactly.
So
Okay.
so tell me more. What do you mean?
So
Nobody has the power over you, period. as long as-
absolutely,
yeah.
100. So I mean, like, a lot of people aren't mentally free. They're slaves to people's projections or people's opinions or what people have planned for them. So I mean, like, let's just say nothing's normal. Somebody said, I say there's 10 people over there. I don't like nothing's normal. I don't.
Has that happened to you?
Absolutely.
Really?
But not.
Give me an example.
So an example of somebody saying it, you got to understand too, like, I'm from here. So, some people have been on the receiving end of some of the stuff you've seen on Instagram. Like, so sometimes it'll be personal.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, you take shots on this show.
No shots. I don't really take, no. What I'm saying to you is I'm trying to put this,
Politically correct? Don't be
not
politically
necessarily politically, but I'm trying to be a nice guy.
correct. Of course, there's always haters.
So in life, right?
the more haters you have, that's the time you realize that you're probably doing something right.
100%.
Yeah.
It's a very good sign.
Yeah.
So, listen, and then sometimes in life, right, we give people reasons to hate us. You understand? It's not like I'm just this complete innocent kid. So, I might have do a couple boom, boom, in real life, like not on the show, like,
Oh, you really like knocking people out?
I ain't gonna say liked it, but coming up how we came up, that was definitely an activity of ours. Especially this city where we are now. I'm from Greenberg, so the city we were, kids, adolescents. We had issues with different other towns and shit like that. So it'd be something like that, like I'm not fucking nothing's normal. Like he's not gonna stick with it, or I don't like it. I don't do this, that, and the third. Yeah. So if I give him the power to say, I'm gonna prove them wrong, it's like I'm not even giving you no attention.
Well, yeah, you could also prove them wrong in your own head and not have to say it, too.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time I'll prove them wrong.
I think chip on his shoulder is good.
You like it?
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing's normal. There's nothing wrong with anything. Well,
nothing's normal. Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think if somebody was like use that as motivation, there's something wrong with it. But me, it's just I don't really give people that much attention. I feel like that's a part of my power too. Like I give people the invisible treatment, and they hate it. You'll find that you'll get more reactions out of people that way than actually engaging with them. It's kind of scary. Yeah, it's kind of scary, that invisible, because everybody dies for that reaction. I'm a big Godfather fan too, so
Oh, you mean you could tell somebody's trying to get a reaction out of you, and
that's why they're doing what they're doing,
and you just ignore it.
Yeah, unless.
Well, they're trying to take you off your path.
Absolutely, but now sometimes it works. It hasn't worked. Some don't. I don't want nobody to feel.
Sometimes it works, but then they can get knocked out. We don't want that.
I haven't knocked anybody out in a very, very long time. Like I said, I'm 35. I got kids now. We're talking about
I know
teenage stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not the trolling thing.
You gotta let go of that stuff.
Yeah, the trolling. What's your opinion on trolling? Are you a troller?
I get it. No, I get it though.
Yeah.
I get
you get trolled?
Of course.
Really?
Bro, there's a guy who comes to my gym that trolls me on the internet, and when he sees me in the gym, he says nothing. It's like I'm not there. And he's like literally like calling me names on the internet.
That's scary.
That's crazy.
This was just
like I see him, I'm like this dude really talks, like he follows what I do, and he just talks shit on the internet to me. And like when he sees me, he says nothing.
Very weird.
But there's a lot of people that troll me. Like,
absolutely.
So like, Celtics fans were going crazy at me last year. Knicks fans.
Celtics fans.
So
are kind of
like I had something where I said, are the Knicks legit title contenders? Somebody asked me. I said no, and then I said the reasons why, and then a lot of Knicks fans got upset over that. So yeah, I always get like hate and trolled.
Jesus Christ. Are you into it that way? Like a team being whack would never sway me to want to take personal. It's like politics.
100%. Like I don't know how you get
weird.
100%. Like why are you getting emotional over the way another person plays basketball?
Very strange. It goes to show you the climate.
Like it's fun. It's fun. Like it's for like it's work for us, right? Like I'm talking about basketball, but like I would never lose sleep over the way somebody else plays basketball or if a team wins or loses.
Unless I'm betting. Like
that's true.
That's
and
different.
I don't
exactly. But just for the sake of being a fan, that's very creepy.
So that's crazy. Like that's how emotional they want to attack you.
Jesus Christ. And what's your wildest fan encounter?
Oh, so a Celtics fan told me that, and not ever in person. In person, it's always all love, right? It's always on the internet. They were like,
thank God.
Combo's wife must have slept with a Celtics fan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But what can I do? Like, am I gonna go back about the internet? Like, I don't even know who this person is. And then the crazy thing is that it's usually a person who doesn't have their face on the AVI.
100%.
Like that person usually has Steph Curry on the AVI.
Bots. Yeah, all these bots. That's just so strange. I don't understand. Like I love
me.
People,
I love talking shit in real life.
Yeah, me too.
And it's not personal. It's like basketball shit.
Yeah, I like it's nothing personal. Like me and you just kind of popped out shit to each other. You remind me. I greet my friends with insults sometimes. It's love language for me. Sarcasm for me is
right.
If I fuck with you, I'm gonna be.
So how do you know the difference between a friend giving sarcasm or a so-called friend giving hate? How do you know the difference?
I start paying attention to patterns. So like, you have a show. Me personally, if I have a friend, even if I don't necessarily like what they're doing, just because we cool, I'ma like it or just show some sort of interest to it. So if you say something like, yo, everybody was saying that last show was whack. And then
does that happen?
No, that's never happened.
Okay.
Never happened. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't had that happen. And then it's like, okay, I've had people question like guests that I had on due to people not personally liking different people. I've had that happen.
Got you.
So it's a situation where it's like, okay, I noticed up until this episode, everything was good. You was liking it, supporting it, and then I get that comment, and then
weird comments.
Yeah. So that I would say is hate. As far as sarcasm, like I'll use Kurt as an example.
Or backhanded compliments. Usually.
Yeah, it's an energy thing. It's hard to describe. I'm an energy person. I can feel it though. I'm a Pisces too, so I do real good with feeling energy.
You know the most underrated form of hate? When somebody talks about something you used to have and praise it. Like, oh, you don't have that anymore.
That too. There's nothing sarcastic about that.
Yeah,
that's a direct insult.
That's hate. Because everybody has evolution. So we're not always focusing on the same things. So that was something that was in our past.
Yeah.
We're focused on something new now. And they're like, oh, that was so great when you did that. But how about all the great things I'm doing right now? And you want to think about the thing that you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Those are the people. And listen, the higher you climb, I feel like that's the hardest part for me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, because you get to a place where this is what you're used to, this is who you always loved, and then people can't grow with you. They go through inferior syndrome, and your success starts to make them feel uncomfortable.
Or they start calling you Hollywood.
That too.
Yeah.
You get that.
That's
too.
usually like a backhanded compliment.
Absolutely. And it's like Hollywood. Like, I want everybody. We're in a society where weakness is praised. I'm not a fan on. I don't raise my kids in weakness. Like, weak now is like, oh, let me make sure. Like, weak is
Explain that.
So weak now is like is celebrated. So that means if somebody's some people, they like being a victim based upon the attention that they get from being a victim. You understand? So it's rather than the person who, it's not about strength, but just how you handle things. Like, if you,
Also, your strength makes other people uncomfortable. That's
100%. Because everywhere in the society now where it's always help. So it's not too much, listen, tighten up, man. Fuck out of here. I've went through, there's 10 times worse going on, and you complaining about this, but people like that attention. People don't even want to solve the problem. They just want the attention from the problem. No, because you give somebody a solution quick, it's like, damn, that was too quick. I got to start another problem. So, like I said, we're in a very weak society. Like, society is praised. It's praised. Mm-hmm. Our taxes are high because of, people not being able to financially be stable and do, so our taxes get high, we got to help,
You're talking about shit I haven't even thought of yet. That's crazy.
Well, that's also true. Nothing's normal to you. That wasn't your dynamic. You coming from a nice Jewish home where this is the norm, with community-based and, So these are just the different things.
Well, to be honest, basketball is my personal community.
Yeah,
basketball.
100%. Yeah. The basketball, safe to say, might have connected
I don't know.
you to.
I don't talk to anybody from Riverdale, to this day.
So you have no friends?
Besides my mom.
You didn't have any friends?
I had friends then, but we were on to different, they probably listen to my show.
Yeah, absolutely. Damn. Okay, you know what? We gonna have to keep fucking with him, man. This can't be our last time connecting. Because we got a lot of different things. This conversation could go a lot of directions.
Yeah.
Shout out to what's the podcast called?
Combos Court.
Combos Court.
Where's the shows?
Podcast. Where can we? Are you on all the major platforms?
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Stop playing.
Yeah, man.
Okay. What's next for the podcast?
Man, I'm
what
just
can we expect?
Yeah, I mean, just working on a lot of different shows. Like, He's With Us, as I mentioned. I got to get that clip for you. That was funny.
Yeah.
And then I do a pod in Jersey called Good Drill, which is basically a skill development basketball pod. Shouts to Bobby and Ross. I've been talking sports on Thursday with DJ Clue. So shouts to Clue. B-Ball Breakdown with my guy Coach Nick.
Ooh, you outside.
I collaborate with Knicks Fan TV and the NBA Report. Yeah, I'm just doing.
This ain't this is Real Deal Holyfield.
Oh yeah, I'm doing like a lot of collaboration. So I'm trying to bring value to others, really, and just helping them in any way that I can and making their show better. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What would you got any tips for us? What kind of tip would you give us over here at Nothing's Normal?
Just, it sounds basic, but just be consistent and then have conversations with who you want to have them with, and then talk about the topics you want to talk about, because that's how you stay consistent. You got to be somewhat interested in what you're talking about, 100%. Right? So I think that's it, and I think podcasting creates opportunities that you couldn't even imagine over the course of time.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
You got Combo in here. Come on, man.
Combo.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yo, listen, your confidence is contagious. Energy is contagious. Like, I can feel your like you really feel that way, and it's a good feeling. Like, because it's like cologne. I said this on another podcast. Cheap cologne. You ever got in an elevator with somebody that has nasty perfume? It's like, and then it's that shit like, what the hell? What's that? You know what I'm saying? So that's like how I judge confidence.
That's why me and my guy Smart get along so well. We
Yeah,
both have
he's another one.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
confidence.
yeah, yeah.
He's when you spray too much cologne though. Sometimes like, his confidence. Sometimes I fuck with it, but it'd be like, God damn.
With Smart, you gotta listen to the message. The message is what's important.
Yeah.
Not everybody tries to get like into the specifics of their problem, right?
Yeah.
But he's gonna give you the message, and all those little details don't even matter if you pay attention to this message.
100%. Smart probably needs to get like a special ed version because we're in a very stupid. This is a drug-infested society. To everybody's old.
You're saying
his
that.
shit. No, I get it. When I sat down with him, I get it.
You're saying it goes over people's heads.
100%. A lot of times, but then again, too,
People need
you can't be for everybody.
That's true too.
So I can't just. I got to be amongst the. Like I talked. Your confidence. I told you it's contagious. Like there's things from this conversation that I'm gonna apply to my episodes.
Oh, dope.
As far as cadence, as far as just. I
thank
believe
you.
now, but it's like like I said, it's. Sometimes confidence could be offensive, and I wasn't offended not one time by any of your energy. I like it. I appreciate that. I don't get that often. A lot of people. They come around and they drop it down a notch. I get that a lot. So
okay. I guess they don't want to step on your toes. I guess it could be a respect
I'm not
thing.
one of those guys that like the 48 laws of power and don't outshine the masters. I feel like if I bring somebody up, a player up, and he becomes better than me, that's
one of my favorite authors,
that's my
by the way.
work.
Robert Greene's my favorite author.
Robert Green, yeah.
My favorite author. I reread his books. Not only read them, I reread them over
Absolutely.
and over.
Yeah.
Great author.
Yeah. Yo, Nothing's Normal podcast, combo, collab.
Yeah, we're here.
Be on the lookout. And this won't be the last time. We're going to definitely have to have him back in.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, let's get it. Yo,
thanks for having me, bro.
Of course.